I have already discussed the investing layer of disc cervical fascia in my previous video. So in this video, we are going to discuss the pretracheal and prevertebral layer of disc cervical fascia. Now we discuss the pretracheal fascia. This layer of disc cervical fascia covers the front and sides of the trachea. Hence, its name pretracheal fascia. First, we discuss the horizontal tracing of pretracheal fascia. This is the cross section of the neck. Before going to discuss the pretracheal fascia, I want to focus the small anterior portion of the diagram. In this diagram, the pretracheal layer of disc cervical fascia arises from the investing layer of disc cervical fascia under cover of the sternocleidomastoid muscle. After arising, this layer passes medially and first it forms the anterior wall of the carotid sheath. So this is the carotid sheath. After forming the anterior wall of the carotid sheath, it splits into the two layers and encloses the thyroid gland. Thus, it forms the false capsule of the thyroid gland. The layer of pretracheal fascia, which covers the posterior surface of the thyroid gland, is ill-defined. That's why enlargement of the thyroid gland may bulges more easily in backward direction and compresses the esophagus, producing dysphagia. A fibrous band known as ligament of Barry is derived from the pretracheal fascia, connects the lateral lobe of the thyroid gland to the cricoid cartilage. Now we discuss the vertical tracing of pretracheal fascia. This diagram is an anterior view of vertical disposition of pretracheal layer of disc cervical fascia. Here the red line indicates the pretracheal layer. And this diagram is a lateral view of the vertical disposition of pretracheal fascia. Here the green line indicates the pretracheal layer. When we trace above, the pretracheal layer is attached to the hyoid bone in the midline and the oblique line of the thyroid cartilage and to the cricoid cartilage through the ligament of Barry. The attachment of pretracheal fascia to the hyoid bone, thyroid cartilage and cricoid cartilage allow the thyroid glands to move up and down with the larynx during swallowing. When we trace below, the pretracheal layer interns the thorax in front of the trachea and finally blends with the fibrous pericardium. Now we discuss the prevertebral fascia. Prevertebral fascia is extremely strong and lies in front of the prevertebral muscles. First, we discuss the horizontal tracing of prevertebral fascia. This diagram is a cross section of the neck. Like pretracheal fascia, the prevertebral fascia also arises from the investing layer of disc cervical fascia beneath the sternocleidomastoid muscle. After arising, the prevertebral fascia passes medially and forms the posterior wall of the carotid sheath. Then it covers the cervical vertebra and prevertebral muscles and continue with the similar fascia of the opposite side. When we move backward, it covers the scalenus anterior muscle, scalenus medius muscle, scalenus posterior muscle and levator scapulae muscle. Here it forms the facial carpet or floor of the posterior triangle. after forming the facial carpet of the posterior triangle. It finally disappears under cover of the trapezius muscle. Cervical flexus and brachial flexus lies deep to the prevertebral fascia. As the trunk of the brachial flexus and subclavian artery emerges between the scalenus anterior and scalenus medius muscle and moves towards the axilla, the prevertebral fascia also carry with them as a tubular sheet and forms the axillary sheet. Always remember, the subclavian vein lies outside the axillary sheet in order to get more room for the expansion of the vein. Now we discuss the vertical tracing of prevertebral fascia. When we trace above, the prevertebral fascia is attached to the base of the skull. When we trace below, the fascia is split into the two layers, anterior layer and posterior layer. Anterior layer of the prevertebral fascia is also known as the alar fascia, which blends with the buccopharyngeal fascia. This is the buccopharyngeal fascia. So here the alar fascia is blends with the buccopharyngeal fascia. Posterior layer enters the thorax and blends with the anterior longitudinal ligament of upper three thoracic vertebra. Now the key points related with the deep cervical fascia. Anterior wall of the carotid sheet is formed by the pretracheal fascia, while the posterior wall of the carotid sheet is formed by the prevertebral fascia. Ligament of Barry is derived from the pretracheal fascia. Axillary sheet is formed by the prevertebral fascia. Roof of the posterior triangle is formed by the investing layer, while the floor is formed by the prevertebral fascia. The spinal part of the accessory nerve passes between the investing layer and prevertebral layer in the posterior triangle. Thank you.